Let's fly Syma X11. This quadcopter is interesting because it uses small motors, gears, and large propellers. As far as I know, this is the first micro to use such a setup, but it's not the last because it got quickly copied by Moontop M9916. But this is still a very nice quadcopter. In case you're wondering what's that noise, there's a band practicing across the bushes there. It's a windy day today, so let's see how it does. The wind is blowing from the left. I'm in second rate. I'm flying against the wind now. I'm just gonna let the wind carry it. This quadcopter is not fast. It's actually a very good micro quadcopter for people who are getting into this hobby. It's a very newbie friendly quadcopter. It's not a straight line flyer, it's more of a figure flyer. It has two rates, and both rates are kinda slow. It has a bit of a trouble fighting wind. The reception on this quadcopter is as good as on Hobson or top selling, meaning that you don't have to worry about the reception, the signal cutting out on you ever. Okay, let's continue. The flips on this quadcopter are pretty good. Let me do a flip. There's the wind now, so it's taking it. But the flips are alright. They're not as tight as on top selling, but they're still pretty decent. This quadcopter is more of an indoor flyer rather than outdoor flyer. It's not a straight line speed quadcopter. This quadcopter is more for doing circuits, flying in a circle, doing pirouettes, funnels, stuff like that. So this quadcopter should be flown kind of slowly. The thing about this quadcopter is that if you're new to quadcopters, this is great, and you're gonna enjoy it at home and you're gonna enjoy it outside as well. But if you have experience with flying quadcopters, this will be great at home to fly in a room, for example. But outside, what's going to happen is that well, this quadcopter has a very low performance ceiling, so you're gonna quickly reach that ceiling, and on a field like this you'll be able to keep the quadcopter on that ceiling. So what's gonna happen is that you're gonna get bored flying it. But indoors, even experienced flyers will really enjoy this quadcopter because it's great for doing various figures. So if you fly it in a funnel, this is great for that. There's quite a bit of wind today. It's not a fast quadcopter, and when you're pushing it, now I don't know, maybe it could be just my unit, but what happens is that one motor on mine overpowers the front right motor, so it doesn't fly straight. It flies kinda at an angle. Let's see how well this quadcopter auto levels. So I'm going to throw it up this way, and let's see if it auto levels. So 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it did. Plus it did that in the wind. So auto leveling on this quadcopter is very good. Since it has gears and small motors, that means that it's gonna fly for a very long time. This is 380 milliampere battery I have in it, and it's gonna fly for about, I'd say about nine and a half, 10 minutes like this. But on an open field like this, as I mentioned, if you have experience in flying, you're gonna get bored with this quadcopter. This should be flown indoors for one of those rainy days when you can't go outside. Let me demonstrate its full speed. That's its full speed. Since the even in the second rate, the pitch is relatively low. What happens is that when you push the throttle, instead of flying forward, it flies up. So a bit of a hover. In slow flying and hovering and stuff, this is one of the best quadcopters out there. One of the best microquads. It's actually my favorite microquad for slow flying and doing various figures. The transmitter on this quadcopter, well, as I mentioned, the reception on it is fantastic, and besides that, the shape of the transmitter is it looks like an Xbox 360 transmitter. So if you're a pinch flyer, I don't think this transmitter will be very comfortable for you, but if you're a thumber, then you're gonna really enjoy it. It's a comfortable transmitter. It doesn't have an LCD screen or any notification, but I think that's the LVC, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, here's the thing about this quadcopter. When it reaches LVC, it doesn't give you enough time to land it or bring it in. So it just goes ahead and crashes wherever it is. So just be warned about that.